Hello, and welcome to the Empowerography Podcast. This is a platform created for women's voices to be heard and a place to share their stories, journeys, and successes with the world for the purpose of helping other women who might be on similar journeys. We are empowering women one episode at a time. I'm your host, Brad Walsh, so kick back, grab one of your favorite beverages, and enjoy the stories. Hello there, it's Brad. The Empowerography Live Conference 2026 is happening live and in person for the first time here in Toronto in April of 2026. This is your chance to step fully into your power over 2.5 incredible days. You'll hear from 30 plus inspiring speakers, join hands-on workshops, and connect with women from around the world who are ready to grow, learn, and rise together. This isn't just an event. This is an experience that will leave you motivated, empowered, and ready to take action. Seats are limited, so head to my website and secure your spot today. All the information will be in the show notes, and we look forward to seeing you in April. Hello there, Brad Walsh here, your host of the Empowerography Podcast, a platform that was created to help elevate and amplify the voices of women through sharing their stories. Today, my guest is Carol Elizabeth. She is an identity activator, a transformational speaker, author, and coach with a mission to help women embrace their power and create lives that align with their highest potential. Welcome, Carol. Good morning. How are you today?
Hello, Brad. I'm so excited to be here with you. Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh.
Me.
I am honored and so excited to jump in and share about all the beautiful light you put out into the world through all the women you help, the work you do, a little bit about your story and your journey. Thank you so much for taking and making the time to be here with me today. So, with that being said, let's jump in. Let's get this party started. I would love for you, Carol, to share with us what is and what does an identity activator do, and how did you come up with that title for the work you do?
If you're going to know me, I make up things. I make up words. I make up phrases.
Me
Honestly, it's one of the things I didn't know was a superpower of mine. And so when I dialed down to number one, what has my life journey been about? And then unpeeling the onion of the layers of helping women, who we are being, identity, self-image is so important. And what I have found is I really love just activating that within women, helping them see it, helping them on their journey to become it, whatever version that identity is, as we just continue to evolve. So identity activator just sounded good to me and really sounded like what I do. Because I'm a mirror, I can see. And so I can like activate within you, Brad, an identity. And then we go on a journey to you finding that and then to be able to activate within yourself. Yeah. Sounded cool.
It does sound cool. I love it. I absolutely love that you make up words because I do that too. I made up the word empowerography. I made up the word visuphoria for my photography business. I just love making up words. It's amazing.
Why can't we? Why do we have words? We can't make up more.
Exactly. I know. I saw you speak at a conference back earlier in the year, and you do activate the audience. When you're on stage, you are an incredibly powerful presence and an incredibly powerful and inspirational speaker. And that's why I reached out to you, because I saw you speak and I have to reach out to Carol and have her on the show. So kudos to you for the incredible work that you do. You are incredibly inspiring.
Oh, I appreciate that. And that's the journey, right?
Yeah.
That's the journey. You wouldn't have been able to pay me $1 million to think 15 years ago I'd be doing that. But it's part of it's when you're called to do it, you just got to follow it.
Exactly. So speaking of which, what were you doing for a living before you became the identity activator? And what was the catalyst moment that shifted you into doing this type of work? And why is this mission to help women embrace their power and create an aligned life so personally important to you?
Yeah, I know you have a lot of questions, so let me not take 45 minutes to answer this. And I can answer it super quick.
No, it's okay. Just answer it however you need to answer it.
Yeah. And I know that to everyone listening, this will resonate to whoever it needs to, because what I know is, especially in working with women, is we think we're supposed to find the purpose, find the one thing. Right. And so who I am now is a version of a number of different versions of me. And I really honestly didn't know what I wanted to do when I grew up. I wanted to swim with dolphins. What I realized is I grew up in Winnipeg, Canada, which is freezing cold. And I realized I picked something that I could not possibly do in Winnipeg, Canada, when I look back. And then I spent time dabbling in all sorts of things. I got a degree in fashion marketing, but really what I wanted, Brad, was to be a mom. And so at 27, 28, I met a wonderful man, got married, had 3 children, and was blessed to be a stay-at-home mom for 11 years, and really didn't wrap my head around anything. And then at age 41, I went through my first divorce. And so then I had to get a job. I got a job working at Lululemon because I was dabbling in fitness then. And I thought, oh, I can use my fitness background. But I knew that this was not going to make me happy. And so in my early 40s, I started building a fitness brand because I had gotten my body back at that point. I started stepping on fitness stages in my 40s. And so I started to build online businesses really before they were a thing, which seems would redonkerdoodles that there was ever a time that was cutting edge, but it was. And so I really did not know at that time that I was bringing mindset work into the body transformation. And then I started to play around and dabble in the network marketing space, which dove me deep into personal development and growth. And then I transitioned into dabbling in mindset and dabbling in business coaching. And really over the last, maybe only 3 years, to be honest, have I really been like letting what lights me up, what is my truth, and dialing it into this concept of identity, activation, and what I call myself and all of those different things. And so I am here because I know the basis of whatever transformation it is, whether it's body, business, any area in your life you're looking to make a shift in, comes down to the concept of who you are being doing the thing. And so a lot of life lessons, a lot of life pivots. But what I know that I'm also here to teach is I wouldn't know that without taking action and without pivoting when it didn't feel right, rather than staying somewhere that might not feel good, whether that be a marriage, whether that be a business association, whether that be what you do, what you call yourself. We're allowed to change. And that's the gift that we have here. So the mission has always been helping women feel confident.
Yeah.
I thought that was tied with body way back then. And then I realized it's so much deeper than that. And the mission really is to just help women see that they're capable, worthy and capable of so much more than they think. That was one of my biggest, that was what my podcast used to be called, So Much More.
I love that.
The mission has never changed,
Yeah.
but the way to get there, or what I call myself doing it,
has changed, evolved over the years. And I love that because I'm finding more and more women that I speak with, they are really finding their footing, finding their magic, finding their zone of genius later in life. They're going through, because of all of the, we'll call it the bullshit conditioning that women have had to put up with and deal with, that you're supposed to do this and this is the path you need to take, and that follow these steps and you'll live a very happy life. And we all know that that's complete bullshit. It's not true. It's what society dictates to you and what they think you should do, and the parental conditioning and all the other outside forces that impose these things upon us. And a lot of the women just go along with it. Okay, this is what I'm supposed to do. So, okay, this is what I'll do. But then they get to the point, and I really hope that all women reach that point where they realize that if this is not making me fucking happy, I'm done. I can't do this. It's soul sucking. It destroys your soul. And so I really wish that every single person on the planet could find that thing that lights them up and brings magic into their life and just fills their soul, because there is nothing better than that feeling, than finding that thing that lights you up. That is the fucking magic of life.
Yep.
It's incredible. There's no feeling like it.
That is the whole truth. My book is called Trust Your Magic. That's about that. But most people, and not just women, but most people, again, don't know they can change the narrative.
Yeah.
They don't know that they have a soul that is there to guide them. They don't know they're connected to something higher. They don't know that who you're around matters. They don't know that choosing a spouse is really important. They don't know.
Yeah.
And most people are in the blame mode.
Yeah.
Victim.
Yeah.
And the journey of taking full responsibility for your life is not an easy one. It pissed me off when I first heard it, but yeah, I want it too. I want it too. It's sprinkling out there. My children have a different perspective than I ever did.
Yeah.
But they'll have their own shit. They'll
Yeah.
have their own trauma
Yeah,
from parenting and all that stuff, which is part of the expedition, I call it, of life. Because journey is too pretty of a word. Expedition is, we're going through some shit. We're going to have, we're not going to be dressed for it. We're going to not be prepared. We're going to have to build shelter, and it might.
There's going to be some shitty detours and lots of potholes on the road and all of the things, but it is so necessary. And that's why conversations like this, what we're having today, is so important, because if we can impact one person's life or plant one seed for one person to realize and wake up and wait a minute, I don't have to live this way that I've been told I do. Fuck yes, let's make a change. But there's also the people that get stuck and fall into the trap of the conditioning of, I can't leave this job that's sucking my soul that I fucking hate because it's comfortable, because I have the benefits, because I have the steady income, all of these different things. But there is always a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. You can do it. You can make it happen. You are, or we are as human beings, our biggest hurdles, our biggest roadblocks. And we need to get past that piece.
And that's why who you're around really matters, and the things that feed you in your feed and your news or no news. Like I just don't listen to any of it. But yeah, it comes down to, again, that understanding that you can change, and that concept of comfortable versus uncomfortable, because I always think about that language of comfort. You're in your comfort zone, but like I knew when I was not healthy that I was not comfortable. I wasn't comfortable. I was blocking things out. You are in your comfortable bank account, but you're bitching and moaning that you can't take a vacation, or that the cost of avocados is going up. But so you're not comfortable.
Yeah.
It's just like everyone's just telling themselves bullshit stories from their BS belief systems. And then it's up to us to just be the light, and whoever finds it and dives into the ocean with us, awesome. And not like we send love, and when they're ready, hopefully it'll be before they die. But
be the light. I love that. Absolutely love it.
Yeah.
So Carol, before the world knew you as an identity activator, who were you trying to survive as, and what did your life look like when you were disconnected from your power?
It's still something I continue to work on, because I don't know how much the world knows me as an identity activator. I think if they know me as anything, they know me as somebody who changes a lot of the things she does, which actually was my journaling session today. Okay, let's just pick one and go with it for a while. And so I think the world has known me as the world has known me in the last 15 years. There's the sessions. I was the fun girl. I was the outgoing girl. Then I was the mom. And then I was the hardest worker, the hard worker, go for it. I was the loud one. I was the first to speak, last to speak. So some people probably saw that as great, and some people probably thought, oh God, here she goes again. Now that I'm on the other side and seeing other people who are very much like I was. Yeah, I think in my season of doubting, and as we all do, having other people reflect on me. Oh, what? What do you mean you doubt? You're so powerful. You're so strong.
You doubt, Carol?
Strong, powerful, and hardworking would be probably the most common things people would say about me over the years, which I thought were great until now. I'm like,
it's funny how people perceive us. As, like you're saying, people think you have doubt, you have imposter syndrome. You're up on stage speaking. How is that even possible? But it is. Everybody deals with it. It's so common. Every single person, whether you've done the work or not, it doesn't matter. You could have done tons of work. It's still going to creep in from time to time. It's that doing that work, I think anyways, equips you with the tools to be able to turn that noise down quicker than the other person beside you that suffers or that hasn't done the work.
Yep. 100%.
And that's,
you don't get rid of the work. Somebody said to me, oh, I know, I already did the mindset work. And I was like, oh, what am I missing? There's one work. I'm wasting all my energy. I'm wasting all my tears. The
Please
thousands
tell me.
I have. There's one mindset work.
Wow.
Silly. But we're all looking for that one thing.
Yes,
so she was looking for the one thing, and she got the one thing. We get what we look for.
Yeah. Everybody, so many people, I shouldn't say everybody, a lot of people want that magic bullet, that magic pill, that one thing that's going to fix everything. And the work never stops. It's a lifelong expedition, to use your word, Carol. And that's what it is. It doesn't stop.
No.
So what was the moment, not the highlight reel one, but the quiet, brutal, honest moment for you where you realized, I can't live like this anymore. I'm done. Something has to change.
Yeah. There's 30 of them. There's the moment I wanted to get out of Winnipeg. There's the moment I wanted a different career. There's the moment I wanted out of my first marriage. There's the moment I looked in the mirror at 37 and thought, oh my God, where did I go? And it's always in those moments. Recently, though, the most cracking opening of me one has really just been in the last few years, in a over 4-year ending of a marriage. And the real understanding of, oh, fuck, I actually did have a role in that trauma versus trauma that I didn't think I had and only he had. And how did that come into my life? And it just a real, okay, wait a minute, Carol. If everything in life is a reflection of us, it's time to really figure out who you are, why you brought it in with no blame, which is hard for women to hear, especially if you're with no blame to another, what I brought in. And so that more than anything, and I've gone through some things, that has been the scariest almost moments of even, can I be alone? And who am I, like, deep. So those quiet moments of unpacking really some of the things that I didn't even know were there, which then I'm like, oh, that makes so much sense. Why all these other things, or why did I want to be so powerful? And why did I love when people called me a hard worker? And why did I knock things out of the park? And what's wrong with everybody else? And oh, maybe that's not the healthiest way to go either. Okay, life. 55, I'm figuring it out. All right. So that's been the recent, and there'll be more, but that's been the biggest, which has allowed, honestly, the lightest feeling I've ever had in my life.
Yeah. Owning your shit. That's radical responsibility. That's a tough fucking, oh man, like realizing, holy shit, this wasn't all this person's fault, or like owning your part in that, and holy fuck, that's an awakening.
I've had not many, but a handful of women request a refund from my coaching the moment I say that.
Really?
Because I've said everything in your life you've brought in.
Yeah.
And I include my disease in that. And there's that hurts. And I get it. And I say that. I say, trust me, I got really mad when other people said that to me. And I laid the laundry list of, this and him and the government and and environmental toxins. Okay. Yeah. But when you do realize it's all up to you, then you have a powerful decision that you can make. And for my fellow control freaks, which we all are, when I realized I could control my life by controlling me and my energy and frequency, game over, game changer. But it seems too easy. That's too easy. And that's not okay, Carol, in your fairy sparkle land world of magic. That's not reality, which my mom said to me at 18, you don't live in reality. And I never took that as a bad thing. And I'm like, I don't. And that's helped me in life.
Yeah, we always have a choice. And that piece that we can control and change our lives, that, like you said, it's a fucking game changer, because we are the only ones who can. No one's coming to save you. Put your fucking superhero cape on and fucking fly, because you have the ability to do that. We as humans can do anything we desire. Anything we can dream is possible. Anything. Absolutely anything. How incredible is that? When you think about that, when you really sit with that, it's like, holy fuck, I can do anything. Anything is possible.
But it's damn frustrating, because that means I have to do something.
And I love that you said that it really is easy. We complicate the shit out of everything because we're humans, and that's what we do. And if we think there's no way it can be that easy, yeah, it can.
Because we're celebrated. You're celebrated for hard work. You're like, that's why I kept hearing that theme. And I'm like, I don't want to fucking be the hardest work. Like, now part of it is I'm so passionate is what I do. It doesn't feel like work. So that depends on somebody's thing. But all the monuments, all of the build are for the people that went to battle, that did the work, that you got through it. And all the books are about that, right? But when you realize, my latest mantra is, it gets to be easy and gets to be fun. And then you get proof of it. Every day I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe this shit I say is really real. Like, it really is. A guy named Brad messages you and it's like, of course it makes sense.
Yeah.
But boy, getting there, right? And believing in it is the work.
Absolutely.
Like, why what does it hurt? I'm like, all it hurt me to do is have fun in life and be happy.
Life
and let
is
go
short.
of all the other stuff.
Life is
let go. Like, you have to.
Yes. You have to. You have a choice and you can do. Why do you want to live and be fucking miserable? We're only here for a short time. Have as much fun as you possibly can and find that thing that sets your soul on fire, because you don't want to spend your life. You think about all the people that work in jobs that they fucking hate. They piss away 5 days a week because they're angry. They don't want to be there. They live for 2 days a week. So really, you're only, and even then, it's not even 2 days, because on Sunday, you're already stressing about going back to work the next day. So 1 day a week you live for. That's horrible. That's not living. That's just existing. And you weren't put on this planet to exist.
People are on sick leave. Like this, I'd have calls with people. They're like, yeah, I'm on sick leave. I'm like, you're on sick leave from your job. Yes, because your job is making you sick. Yes. And I'm like, and that, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'd rather be a Starbucks barrister and be happy than have, I don't know. I clearly was never meant to have a job. I did not last in them very long. I moved on and did a whole bunch of things because I was like, and then I just couldn't understand that. You're on sick leave. You're on your job, and that's okay with you.
People have to reach their breaking point, I guess. And some people, unfortunately, never do. They just stay stuck in the shit, which is sad. But
environment they're with. Yeah,
for sure. Carol, what does it mean to live a life redefined? Not social media highlight reels, not motivational posters, but lived in your bones, redefined.
I think that's really just means living into your truth, because you're going to constantly redefine who you are, redefine what's important to you, redefine what makes you happy, redefine, why not? I'm using the rebuild language a lot now, rebuilding everything at 55 again, from zero, from scratch. And I look out here because I moved to downtown Toronto and there's like construction everywhere. And so it's like constantly like I get to define what words mean. I get to define what being 55 years old and single starting over means to me. I'm like, this is the best time of my life. I'm like these women. Oh, I'm like, real. All right. See you later. And so it's like we get to define and redefine over and over again. And so that to me is because language and what we say and our thoughts and words are so powerful, redefining what they mean, redefining whether they are in our world or not. It's just like constantly we get to choose. Even that word perfection, everyone perfectionist and perfect, and I wanted to be perfect. I'm like, what does that word even mean? It's such bullshit, because it's what's perfect to me. Like, I could think right now it's cloudy and 2 degrees. That's perfect. Perfect out. I'm a hot girl. It's perfect out. Some people are like, oh, so like with this whole language of perfection, who even made it up, and why does it even exist, and why is everyone seeking it when you don't even know what it is? And it's an individual type thing. So you get to redefine what's perfection to you.
Yes, it's subjective. Everyone has a different version of it. Just perfectly imperfect. How about that? How about we just settle on that? There is no such thing as perfection. Nothing.
No, but it's again another word people hear and a way to keep them stuck
in line,
small, and a way to be like, oh, until it's perfect. Like, it's never gone. What does that even mean? It's perfect now. I have typos all over the place. That's perfect. Perfectly me. Perfectly me.
That's it right there. That's it. It's perfectly me. And I'm okay with that. That's what it's all about, for sure.
The spelling police used to come at me all the time on Facebook. And I'm like, listen, you're not even reading the life-changing freaking advice I just gave you. I don't care. Even my book girl, I said, I don't, like, sure, if it makes no sense, but I'm a 5 exclamation mark girl, and words are probably going to be spelt wrong, and I don't really care.
As long as the message comes across, who gives a shit? It does not have, this is perfectly me. That's it.
Yeah.
period.
Yeah. Yeah.
Accept it. This is the way it
Yeah.
is. This is who I am. Deal with it.
And I'm awesome. So yeah.
There you go. Owning it. I love that. What lie about yourself did you believe for far too long, and who planted it there?
I think that I wasn't ready to really take up space in this side of the world of personal development, transformation, inspiration, because I had to be like this person or that person, or be more refined, or wear Gucci belt buckles, or like whatever. And who put it there? I was reading that question, and and a bunch of lies. I didn't see myself as a business coach. And then I didn't see myself as a business coach for corporate women. And the women that have me as their coach now, they're like, I don't understand how you didn't see yourself. But like, I need you because you're different. You're different. And I was like, oh. And I'm like, yeah, I've made millions of dollars. I've created multiple businesses. How can I not see myself as a business coach? What? And I'm like, was the definition of high achieving, go for it, which so who planted it there? Honestly, me. It was fully me planting it there. Me, my inner critic, but it certainly wasn't anything that I learned as a child. I didn't really hear. The one thing I always remember is my mom saying, you live in a fantasy world, but only once. And so I know so much about childhood and I'm always trying to go back, but I'm like, no, didn't really hear that. I didn't hear anything. So then I went and found it. And then I saw people achieving things. And so then I thought, okay, I have to earn it. Or it's got to take me 15 years, or it's got to look like this. And when I can do this way, then I will be, which is funny, that speech you were talking about, I had manifested or had on vision boards forever. I will be on one of the biggest stages in personal development with some of the greats. And it wasn't until the next day when I was telling my youngest son about it that I clicked in that, oh, fuck, I just did that. But I was like, oh, it's got to be in California, and I need to be I'll be so much different when. And that speech was the most me I've ever been. It was so fun. There could have been 40,000 people there. It was just like so fun for me. And I was like, oh, see, that's the cool thing about identity. When you live into it, your things happen, and you think they're going to come in with a marching band, like, it's here, Carol, it's here. But you're like in it, and you're like, oh, okay. And then you're like, on to the next. So that was fully a me planting, which meant I could change it.
There's that radical responsibility piece. I love it. Modeling what you speak. That's what it's about. Amazing. Amazing. Now, you faced some of life's greatest challenges. What part of you surprised you the most in the middle of your toughest season?
The surrender piece. The surrender, and really that was where I got to double down on, why am I letting these thoughts spiral of all these things when I don't know that's the outcome. And I can't control any of that. I can just control me. And if I can control me and I can control my mood, then thinking about all those things that aren't helping me feel good is a waste of my energy. So that the surrender and the allowing and the trust, receiving help from others.
That's a big common one for women, is receiving, for sure. I know I've struggled with it as well. It's not just women, but I know that a lot of women do struggle with that receiving piece because, again, the conditioning, you have to give to everyone else first. Then the little bit that's left in your cup, that's what you get.
And do it all.
Yeah.
Who's going to do it? Like, I was doing laundry 8 hours off after my second child was born.
Holy shit.
Like, why? I don't know. Just because I just got to do laundry and resting. The seasons of life where I had my life was on the line. If I did not rest, people would bring food and just sit and just sitting. Woo, that was hard. And I realized that was my escape. Doing, rushing, perfect house, perfect dishes, all done, perfect, while building a business and being a mom and being a wife and doing fitness. No time for me.
That sounds exhausting, Carol. Fucking exhausting.
It was like, I do have a big capacity. The exhausting part was then getting mad at others for not helping when I didn't, number one, ever ask for help. And number two, why would anyone think I needed help? Because I just did it all. So what's exhausting is the resentment you feel to others not helping you when you've been the person that fucking does it all. So why would they?
Yeah, if they see you doing it, it's just like at a job, right? If you're outperforming everyone, you're giving 150% your go, and then you get pissed off because it doesn't get recognized. You get pissed off because these other people aren't pulling their weight. Look at what you're modeling. It looks like you don't need help. It looks like you've got it all under control. So why would anyone help you?
It's wild. It's a wild little,
Oh, shit. There's one of those moments sitting with myself. Oh, fuck. This is my fault.
They don't want to get in our way, and then we're mad at them.
Mm.
Yeah, it's mothers, especially, boy, oh boy, it's okay. We learn.
Yeah, for sure. As long as you learn. That's the key.
Well,
as long as you learn.
That's true. True.
So what is one daily practice that you swear by that anchors identity, not just productivity or performance?
Journaling.
Like free journaling?
Yeah.
What do you do? Is it just free journaling, dump, free thought?
Yeah, it's evolved over time, and and it's something that I really love helping women with. But it really is, it starts with just even like this morning, I started with my daughter's home. It's like just giving some knowledge. It's almost like I'm writing, but then it goes all sorts of different places. So especially in hard times, just dump out the thoughts, get it all out there, and it becomes everything I've ever created. Like like everything has come from a journal that I didn't even know I wrote down, because then I like go back and reflect on journals, and then I'm like, wow, interesting. It's brain dumping, get it out of your head. It's writing the letters that you want, get the anger out. It's the sadness, which is why I also love it, because there'll be times where you really don't think you're going to make it. And going back and reflecting on that and seeing that you did is proof of your own possibility. But I know women they're like, I don't know what to say. Again, back to this perfectionist. It needs to look a certain way. Mine are messy. They're scribbles. Sometimes they're little.
There's spelling errors. There's grammatical errors.
God, all sorts of things. I was reading something to my daughter. I was reading something to my daughter the other day, and I'm like, I can't even read what I wrote. Now she journals like crazy too. And I'm just so glad about it. But journaling, without a doubt, because we have to get the thoughts out of our head. It could be a list. It can go from building a thing, figuring out pricing, to fuck him and like it's just all over it. Get it out of your head. Journaling, without a doubt. And I did it as a kid, right? Like a diary. And then what I started to notice in all of these elements is when I would start seeing people that were living a life that I wanted, or in a way that I wanted, like it's the common themes. And in this day of social media, we get access to see habits that people do. And it was always journaling, always a version of it. And whether it's 3 pages every day, or sometimes just a little blip, like you get to decide, but back to you get to decide. It doesn't have to fucking be at 5 a.m. And it's not every day. But these days, because I'm on that, like what makes me happy, and starting work at 6 a.m. till 10 at night was just myself needing validation. And it was never work. It was busy work, all sorts of wasted time. So now my morning flow really is journaling and writing for a little bit, and moving on from it. But that, without a doubt, to me, that's the most productive thing you can do, is get shit out of your head. And tap into your soul. That's where all my book came from. It's like the quiet time to listen to your thoughts and then see, are those my thoughts? Are they someone else's? But most women don't want to be quiet to hear the thoughts, because their truth comes out. If you're listening to this, you've heard your truth. You've heard you want out of that marriage. You've heard you want out of that job, or you've heard you're not feeding yourself well, meaning fueling with goodness. You've heard that you don't want to go to that freaking party, but you're saying yes. You've heard it, but you're not listening. And so journaling, if you're willing to do it and listen, it allows you to be led by you, which to me, I'm like, how did we get so lost that we need to look for other people's advice, other people's opinion, and other people's validation, when we're here to be our own hype girl, cheerleader, best friend, validation? You're fucking awesome. Let's go. Those words are fabulous. Your spelling mistakes are fantastic. Wear what you want on stage. Yeah, okay. Like, why are we getting that from outside?
when we have everything we need within us. Do you set a time limit for yourself when you're journaling, or you just go and
No,
whatever?
I just go.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's little. Sometimes I'm like, okay, this is getting to procrastination now. Because then I have 45 more ideas. And so then I'm like, okay, so slow your roll. I told myself 2026 is the year of simplicity. You now just came up with 4 new ideas. So let's chill the fuck out.
Thank you for that tip.
One of the things about journaling that really has landed on me, this is a little side story, but I know it will land. My mother and I were never very close. And so as she had me, my father, and my mother actually all had cancer at the same time, but my mother's came back and then she was transitioning. And so I was like, oh my God, does she have a journal? I want to know what she thinks. I'm super open with my kids. And so I know why I flipped that. But I was like, oh, and so she is an artist. And so I would go like search around. And then I found a journal, but it was only a little spit journal.
Yeah.
That a book called The Artist's Way, which is a lot of entrepreneurs use because it's about creativity. And The Artist's Way, she speaks about having daily pages, which is 3 pages of just like writing 3 pages. And so I found this journal. It was like a coloring book. And so I was looking through, and a couple of pages in, I was like, oh my God, she's doing the daily pages. Because she said these daily pages are difficult. And she's a potter. And then she created all sorts of other art. So she was trying to will herself back into the studio. And what I reflected is that, oh my God, she was writing this around my current age. Because she wrote about me about to have my 3rd kid. And so I was like, oh my God, she was my age, which was also wild. And then the number one thing that I got from it was that I will not get to the end of my life and have my daughter read my journals and see the dreams that I had and that I didn't go after them.
Fuck, that's powerful.
So that's why I was a leaper and doer anyway, but I was like, fuck it. No, I'm going to talk to Mel Robbins. I'm going to hang out with Oprah. I'm going to do these things that I've written about as jokes at first, but then why not?
Yeah.
Why not? So being around, getting in Geo's world, this is how this happens. Okay. But I won't
here for it.
I won't not go for them. Even though the pit in the stomach, how can I, this doesn't make sense. I have a fucking great life.
Yeah.
So why do I need more? Because my soul is leading to show me that there's so much more, which will impact so many more. And I will not let my daughter listen to a podcast or read a journal that says this. And then I was like, whatever. This is enough.
Fuck. That is huge.
Right.
What a massive realization is holy fuck. That's a fucking gut punch. That's a fuck this. I'm here. I'm going after everything. And why shouldn't everybody do that? Again,
especially because I know the impact that we have, which is why I know I'm so strong with women, because you can be a great guy, Brad, but the woman's going to come in and be like, you don't know, Brad. You don't know what it's like to be a mom, or you don't know what it's like to have ovaries, and you don't know all this, right? And I'm like, listen, I know that I am showing my children. They don't care what I fucking say. I am showing them by how I live what's possible. And then they're going to pick from it. And some of it's going to be wacko or whatever, but they are, and I see them, they're 21, 22, and 23, almost 24. And I stand in absolute pride of myself, of things that by me taking care of me, by me going after my dreams, by me getting healthy, by me, right? All this, my kids, I'm like, no, you have kids. You must show them. If you sit on your ass every night, drinking and eating shit and complaining and bitch about this and bitch about their dad, or bitch about the government, or bitch about the Kardashians, or bitch, you are imprinting on them.
You're modeling that behavior for them.
You don't want to change for you. But fucking, if you love your kids, then you got to change for you so that they see it.
For sure. Absolutely. Agreed.
And so they get mad at me, but they can't get as mad because I'm a woman who lived it. And I want them to be able to see how powerful they are in their own truth, so that their kids can see that in themselves.
Lead by example. Even if you don't have kids, lead for the people around you, for fuck's sakes. You get one shot at this life. That's it. So go for it.
Fast. It's going fast.
Yeah, it does. It goes by very quick. And the older we get, the quicker it seems, anyways, it goes by quicker. So get your shit together and go after whatever it is you fucking want in this life, because no one's going to get it for you.
Start going after your life, your shit will get together as you go.
The how is not for you to figure out.
Yeah, you can't.
You get stuck in that shit and you won't do anything.
I started my speech with that exact phrase. But tell me what in your life has gone as planned.
Nothing. It never does.
Not one thing any of you could possibly say that went exactly as planned. There's not.
No.
So let go of that.
Life is what happens while you're busy making plans.
Yes, it is.
What do you know now that would have offended the version of you who thought she was doing everything right?
That relaxing and chilling out is the secret. And that's funny because my dad used to always say, relax. And actually my first husband used to say, relax, Carol. And oh my God, it triggered me. And so when I read that this morning, I was like, oh, that's funny, because now I'm just like the relax and the ease is just, this is so much fun. Why did I make it so hard? And so that would offend me.
Yeah.
Relax and take it easy. The fuck you. That's why I actually say to people all the time, listen, I understand it. Everything I'm telling you, I got insanely angry at every person who said it to me. So I'm all right. I'm all right. I know you're going to be experience. I'm just here on the other side saying it actually is.
But you can speak to it because you've lived it. You've gone through it. So you are the perfect person to talk about it because you've gone through it. You were that person that got angry at someone telling you to fucking relax or take it easy or all the things, right? I am telling you because I have lived it.
Yeah. Which I know is part of my purpose on this earth. That's why I share everything I can as soon as I can, because I have nothing to be ashamed of. It's the only way I can teach is to show you, like, I've been
there. I've done it.
So now I'm like, all right, universe, like I have enough samples.
Yeah.
I'm good. I don't need any more real life experience to go through, but I go through it differently because I know I'm always, what I say always is, I can't wait to see where this goes, because it is always in the darkest, scariest times that I become I've learned more about me to relax more, chill more, and just have more fucking fun, because most of this shit doesn't actually matter.
No, it doesn't. In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't fucking matter. It really doesn't.
No, I'm trying to get attention and I don't get it. Everyone's, I don't want I'm like, I'm trying to get attention.
Yeah.
And it's like impossible. So stop worrying so much that everyone's going to see, because they don't, and they'll forget about you.
Everybody's caught up in their own shit anyways. They're so heads down in their own worlds that it doesn't fucking matter anyway. Nope. You're making mountains out of molehills. Stop. Yep. Just live your best life.
Yep. It's just pretty easy. Do you feel good? Actually, one of the things I made up is WTF, like WTF, Carol, but it's what's the feeling? Which will be another t-shirt, by the way.
Like your Wii t-shirt?
I have my Wii t-shirt on right now.
Yes, I love it. Wearing a sparkly one at the conference, though.
Yes, and that came out in journaling. All these, I should actually have a t-shirt line, because anyway, but what's the feeling? If you don't feel good, that is the exact sign that you're not doing the things that your soul wants you to. It's so easy.
Yep.
What am I supposed to do? And that's part of the journey.
Sit with yourself in silence. Give yourself some space, some time, some journaling to figure out what that thing is. Because every single person on this, I don't care who you are, and I don't care what anyone says, I will argue till I'm blue in the face. Everyone on this planet has a purpose. You are here to do something of significance, of impact. You just have to take the time to sit with yourself and fucking figure it out.
And the chances are it's always pretty much going to be, you're here to help a former version of you. And whether you were an addict and you're shamed about that, you're meant to help people through that. Whether you have had 35 marriages, that's the thing. So asking yourself, what do I actually want? And then going on that path, because we've never lived in a time that is easier to.
This is the greatest time in the history of the universe to be alive and to do. We have access to so many things. The possibilities are endless.
Gosh, Soon we won't even have to be us. We'll just be an AI version of us, and we'll be drinking pina coladas. And not that we can never stop. I just can't ever not.
Yeah.
My father is 86, and he's the president now of his retirement home. Like
Awesome. Good for
he
him.
was. Oh, I know. I'm like, oh, which is fun because oh God, he rubbed me the wrong way, which I'm like, oh,
Now I
just
see.
yeah, okay.
Now it all makes sense.
So fun. The breadcrumb trail is so fun to walk
Yeah,
towards
for sure. Why do most personal development efforts fail even when women are motivated, do you think?
because motivation is so blah. It's just like little hits of it. Motivation is like taking that first bite of a chocolate. It's like yummy and then it's gone and then you like need more.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think most efforts fail, mine included, because we don't actually know what we're striving for.
Mm-hmm.
It's a wishy-washy goal, or it's no goal. It's just, I don't want to be fat, or I don't want to be alone, or I don't want to be broke, or whatever it is. There's no specifics around it. And the identity piece, not willing to change who you are, because you are who you are now in everything you have right now based on the thoughts and the feelings you've had up to now that makes you. To have anything different, you have to be willing to change the way you think, feel, and do things
Mm-hmm.
to have a different result. And so then I'm always like, that doesn't mean you're not great now.
Yeah.
It's just the journey. So they fail because they're trying to do the do from the person they are. So then they buy the other workout program, they get the other thing, they get the other man, they try the other network marketing business or the other online business. They try this, they try that, but they're all doing that from the version of them that has gotten them to where they are. So motivation isn't enough. You've got to be willing to change.
Let's use conferences I think conferences are a perfect example.
Yes.
All these people go to conferences, they're amped up. The speakers are on stage, they're amping everyone up and they're getting people motivated.
Yep.
Then they leave the conference, they leave that energy. And I would say maybe for the first week at the most, yes, I'm going to do this. And then everyone just falls back into their old routines, forgets about what they heard and what they're doing. And it happens all the time. I've done it. Everybody's done it. But you have to stay the course. If this is what amps you up, if this is what excites you, step into it, continue on the path, have conversations, talk about it, share it, do the fucking work.
Make a claim. That's why I call myself a transformational speaker, because I don't want to just motivate. I want to help give you a nugget that you can take action on. You got to take action to then start on that journey of becoming.
Let's ban that word motivational.
Yeah. There's parts of it. It's good. Like it hypes you up. Like in the morning, you can motivate.
Temporary.
It's temporary.
Yeah.
But it's how do you feel when you're motivated? Take action in that will create the transformation.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is the first shift a woman must make before any real transformation sticks, mentally, emotionally, or physically?
Full ownership. That it's like, if it's to be, it's up to me. Like I say all the time, you post all the quotes. I love seeing my Facebook flashbacks and I'm like, fuck, I posted that, but boy, that was all about me winning a show, or I didn't really get it. And it's okay. It's part of the journey, but it's the first shift is that I am here for me, and no one, it's not my age. It's not my environment. It's not the person. It's not the government. It's just full ownership of it. And then the work begins.
Love it. So in your opinion, how do women reclaim their power without needing approval from partners, society, parents, all the outside sources?
That's my most favorite thing to teach, really. I call it the U4 framework, the 4 like voices in our head. We have our inner critic, and then our inner seeker, and then we have our inner coach, and then our inner guide, which is our soul. So the journey is understanding who's talking more of the time, and then figuring out like how to coach ourselves. Like I have mentors, I have coaches, because that helps me collapse time. How does Gio do that? How does Jim Quick do that? How does Brad do that? Teach me all the lessons. But the ability to be your own validation and your own coach and your own hype girl, like I've said, because The truth is, everybody else has their own story. And
Mhm.
so even I teach this to my kids. I'm like, yeah, you can even ask my opinion, but I'm only giving you my version from my life and my upbringing. So we
Mhm.
get muddled and muddy when we look for opinions of others
Mhm.
or validation from others, because again, they're on their own fucking journey of trying to. So the real truth is, it's zoning in to be your own. You know what you've got? You've got your soul, you've got your guidance system, you've
Mhm.
got your gut feeling. And so that's where journaling or quiet time to have conversations with yourself. Like I see like I've been saying the last year and a half, my soul is leading. Like my soul ended the marriage. My soul was on the stage. My soul does things because
Mhm.
Carol is like, "Oh no, let's do this." And
Yeah.
so the ability to tap into yourself for all you need, because you know, they
Right.
don't know. Your spouse doesn't know. Your best friend doesn't know. Your mom doesn't know. They don't know you. It's why I created You School, where the curriculum is you, because you got to be willing to unpack and understand you and then become your best freaking friend. You're with you till the day you die. So let's freaking rock and roll the goodness.
Yep. I've said this for the longest time now, that the relationship we have with ourselves is hands down the single most important and longest standing relationship you will ever have in your entire life. So fucking get right with yourself. That's
Go
it.
back to when you were a little kid and you didn't have any of this bullshit. What did I made up words? I danced around. I skipped. I made forts at the cottage. I
Mhm.
wrote stories. There's no surprise that I'm a writer now. There's no surprise that I love design. I would change my room around all the time to be like funky. There's just, it's, oh, who were you without that chunk of your life that was everybody else? And go back to the essence. Were you quiet and contemplative? Were you loud and boisterous? Were you like, when I see kids, when I look at my kids, I'm like, oh, I know who you are. And if you don't follow that path, you're going to be angry and frustrated. So go do the things you want. But remember, this inquisitive one, my eldest, yes, so many questions. I'm like, that is you. Keep doing it. It's a freaking superpower. My
Mhm.
daughter, "Wah!" And I'm like, if you stop going away with that from that, I'm going to slap you. Because I know. I'm like, I don't give a shit what you do in your life.
Mhm.
If you lose her, you'll be fucking miserable.
Yeah, for sure.
So tap in, tune in, follow the radar, and we all get to go back and figure that out. And
Mhm.
who were you at 5, 6, 7? What were you doing? Really?
That's what they say for people to figure out their purpose, figure out what they want to do. Think back to what excited you or what made you happy as a kid and do that. Of course, with moderations and things, absolutely. Like you're saying, you want to swim with dolphins in Winnipeg. That's not going to happen in Winnipeg.
No, that's why I picked it, because I knew I would leave Winnipeg. But it's that concept of the simplicity of no moderations, because we believed in, I call myself a fairy growth mother and I have a magic wand, and I'm like, that is the most real me,
Mhm.
because I believed I could create anything as a
Mhm.
kid. I believe it now, and it's freaking true. I'm like so powerful now. I'm saying to my friends, I have to be very careful, because if I'm thinking of things and then poof, he shows up and I'm like, oh shit, got to be more specific. So it's such a fun journey. It really gets to be that.
It
Like,
does.
who's to say there's not dolphins in Winnipeg?
Very true. Very true. You're right.
They're frozen, but they're there.
I love I am so loving this conversation, Carol. This is amazing. I absolutely love it. What would break open in a woman's life if she stopped waiting to feel ready?
What you just heard,
Hmm.
laughter, fucking laughter and silliness, joy, like, we fuck, why are we not laughing? Why are we not? I don't care how old you are. Like, why? What would break open? Yeah, your heart. Like,
Mhm.
when's the last time you were happy? When's the last time you laughed? When's the last time you felt lightness?
Mhm.
You get to decide that no matter what is happening in your life. That is without a doubt. That was my 10-minute speech. No matter what is happening, you get to find joy. So, what would break open? Just the most truest, true version of you.
Love it. What is one of the most inconvenient truths you've discovered about women's empowerment that no one wants to talk about?
that we don't get it from somebody else. So I used to think, okay, yes, I'm here to empower you. I'm
Mhm.
here to empower you. I'm here to give you. I'm here to stand in my confidence to give you. Let me teach you. And then I'm like, oh, no. Now I'm just here to be the mirror of possibility. And I'm here to remind you that you get to go on your expedition. And it is not a Amazon Prime that you're going to wake up tomorrow in the body, the bank account, and you can think like it. And that's part of the secret. But it's thinking that comes from somebody else.
Mm. Finish this sentence. A woman who remembers who she is, blank.
Is a light to others.
Love it. That's powerful. If transformation had a price tag beyond money, what's the real cost that women aren't willing to pay?
Actually, what I think it is for more is that they know that the life they're living will probably go away if they really find their strength, find their power, find their.
So that's why they stay stuck where they are
Yeah,
then?
yeah,
Because they're
yeah.
scared of what?
More scared of success than
Mhm.
failure.
Isn't that fucking wild when you think about it? Like, really?
I remember being at one of the events I've gone to, and you have to
Mhm.
write something on a board, and I wrote actually that my fear was that my success would end my marriage. But I realized how I was dimming my light because of the friction it caused, and then I was like, "Fuck this, I'm here for my life.
Mm.
So this isn't fitting anymore, and I have to follow what makes me happy despite what anybody could think or blah, 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 blah." And so the fear of success because of how it will impact a life.
That's fucking wild when you think about that.
We're scared because then there's, oh my God, I could never be on a podcast, or it's just like all of the inner critic voice that's talking.
Shrinking to fit into someone else's fucking box.
Yeah, even though you don't notice it. I did that, and I was like, how did that happen? I think my next book's gonna be called How the Fuck Did That Happen to Me? Pretty sure that's gonna be the title, so I might have to because I'm like over and over again, and then women are gonna be like, how the fuck did that happen to you? To your point where you're like, what? You have imposter syndrome?
Mhm.
You had Yes,
I'm a
yes.
human being. Yes, I go through
Yeah.
that shit.
Yep,
No
yep, yep,
matter
yep.
how far along in our journey we get with the work, with the evolution, there is still going to be those voices. It's just, again, it just goes back to gathering the tools along the paths of our expeditions, to use your word again,
Yep.
and learning how to use them to turn the noise down, turn the volume down quicker. That's it.
Yeah. Yep.
That's it. Because it's always going to be there. You will never get rid of them completely. Never.
No. You need them though.
Yeah,
to,
of course.
to know where you really want to go. So that's the
Absolutely.
thing. You can't be without it. Yeah.
Yeah. What part of you today exists only because you refuse to give up on yourself?
The true free spirit, like the true essence of who I was as a little girl. Yeah. With the badonkerdoodles and the sparkles and the like made up words and the like swearing on like the literally no fucks given.
Yeah.
And that's the number one thing I hear from people. I love your words. I love it. I love how you take things. I was trying to put myself in a box. And one of my forward thinking moments is being on Mel Robbins' podcast. And she introduces me as one of the women that brought fun into personal deveopment. Because I'm like, I don't want to go. That's like joy and sparkles and badonkerdoodles and make up words. And we were all just things that were silly. And then I started being like, wait a minute, this is fucking me. And when I'm me, I'm going to deliver with a resonance that is unlike anything else. And women are going to, and so what do I get? Wheeze. And I'm like, oh my God, this is so, and I'm like blowing my own mind again and again. Holy shit. Like literally figuring, like being you is
That's your superpower.
Magic.
That's your superpower. Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you could leave every woman listening with one permission slip today, what would it give her permission to do, feel, or release?
Gosh, I think all of it goes together. Release the story that you can't. Release the shame of the things that have happened in your life because your mess truly is your magic. Feel proud of you for all that you have done, have gone through, all the lessons, and just be you. And be good with you without anybody else telling you you're good or not good. because from that space, fuck, it's a rocket ship of joy. And then what happens? I take no responsibility for you to have the most epic fucking fun life that you possibly can. And then message me and say, oh, this is Beatles. And I'm like,
mic drop moment right there. Carol, what does freedom mean to you at the very deepest level beyond money, status, recognition, all those things?
yeah, that personal freedom. Who are you? Who are you? What do you want? Full stop.
End of sentence, period. That's it.
Sentence. Just go for it.
How do you define success?
Doing what I just said. Just how does it feel? Yeah.
Mhm.
Because you know what? Like this whole concept right now of being 55, like ending a second marriage, until recently, I had totally lost my physical state and walked away recently from multiple six-figure residual income and like starting everything again at 55. And people would be like, what? But you're not in the like depths of, I'm like, no, because there's no need to be. Like it had to be. It's the shedding and the remembering and all of these things. So success doesn't come. I've had all of it. I've had the fucking body that wins trophies, that gets on covers of magazines, and the money and the this and the that and the like. I've had all of it, and none of it makes you happy when you need it to make you happy. So it's such a beautiful gift that I'm like, oh, this is part of the fun adventure. I'm supposed to be here to truly show that happiness and joy come from what you decide them to be. And when you have them without having the others, more will than you could possibly imagine will come for you or not. And who the fuck cares, because you're happy. So you don't need it anymore. So success is not needing any of that.
Fuck. Another mic drop moment. Holy
And I
shit.
fit that on a shirt. I don't know.
That'd be a pretty big shirt. You need to put it on the front, the back, the sleeves.
Considering I never wear sleeves, that's going to be hard.
Yeah.
So be a blanket to wrap people.
There you go. A comfort blanket. That's it.
I came up with
Yeah.
that.
What does the word empowerment mean to you, Carol?
Really just choosing, choice, personal choice around what you really desire, because that's what it is. And you got to know what you want. I ask that a lot. What do you want? I don't know. And I joke when I talk about vision or my all sorts of things I do, but there's a scene in The Notebook where Noah and Allie are like, they reconvene. Everyone knows The Notebook, I'm sure, but they had been away for all this, and the rain is coming, and he's screaming at her. He's, what do you want? What do you want? And she's like, I don't know. And I'm like, that's if we don't know, that's where it's a hodgepodge. But we're like, I can't because this, and I can't go there because I have kids, and I can't do that. You could pack up and go take your kids abroad for me. You can do whatever the fuck you want. So empowerment is, what do you want? And then release yourself to go get it.
I think we do know what we want. It's just covered by so much shit. It's there. You do know. You inherently know what you want.
Yes.
It's
but they haven't been quiet to hear it yet.
And that's the piece that so many people struggle with, is sitting in the quiet, because that means, oh, fuck, I have to sit with myself. Oh, no. What's going to come up? What am I going to see? I have to look within. Oh, shit. I don't want to look there. I don't want to. Oh, no.
Which is why people are always looking for the next bingeable series.
Now I'm out.
Always on all socials, easy to get freaking swept up in.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I have a timer that goes off for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'll reset it again sometimes. I work on Bitline. It's 11:11 right now.
Yeah.
And so it's easy to be distracted, and it is uncomfortable. But so in half of my programs, I make the woman actually journal. Before, I'd be like, okay, now journal about this. And then they never would. So now it's women pay me a ton of money so I can say, open your journal and write. And they do, because it's in their calendar and they paid money. And I'm like, this is why we get trainers. This is why. But yeah. And that's why in this age of online, there's more and more happening in person, because women especially want to be in a circle.
They're
and
craving it. We are craving
it. You're a mess. You don't know what you want either. Okay. I'm not alone.
People are craving it now. We've had the whole COVID online space, and that was great. It really was. But let's move into the in-person space, because that is next fucking level. Being in the same energy with people, that's magic, and that's where connection happens. true
Yeah.
connection.
Absolutely.
Okay, we're going to jump into a little rapid fire section. So the next grouping of questions just be 1, 2, 3 word answer type thing. Okay.
Yeah.
What is your favorite place on earth?
Anywhere my kids are.
What is one of your secret or hidden talents?
I can make clothing.
Okay. If you could teach the world one thing, what would it be?
Relax.
What is one of your guilty pleasures?
Musical theater.
One word that sums up your mindset.
Badonkerdoodles.
Sorry, I just have to laugh. One book that changed your life.
Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert.
One word that defines the woman you are becoming.
Me.
Beautiful. That concludes our rapid fire section. Now back to our regularly scheduled program. I created a bonus question that I did not send you ahead of time. How do you define love, both the kind you give and the kind you receive?
That's timely. The kind you receive, the kind you give, just honestly, maybe the best you can at the time.
Okay. If you were to introduce yourself to me without mentioning your occupation, where you're from, your ethnicity, your nationality, your religion, all of these superficial day-to-day bullshit markers that we use, how would you introduce yourself to me?
I am an international sparkle spreader here to light up the world. That was the first thing I gave myself, actually.
Sparkle spreader. I love it. Carol, if you could step
A
in
very professional sparkle spreader.
International professional sparkle spreader.
Yeah, because you got to go big.
Of course, or go home.
Yeah.
If you could step into my shoes, what is the one question you would have asked yourself that I didn't ask you?
What is the most common thought that you think on a daily basis?
Okay, go ahead.
I wonder what I'm here to learn from this, is the answer.
That's a great question to ask yourself.
I'm great.
If you had the opportunity to sit down and have a 1-hour conversation with one woman, any woman in the world, who would it be and why?
That's interesting because the people oh, you know what? My mother.
Yeah.
Yeah. And really ask her questions.
Going back to that journal.
Yeah. All the shit she didn't put in the journal.
That would be powerful.
Yeah.
If you could go back and give your younger self one piece of advice, what would that piece of advice be?
You're going to be just fine.
Lastly, if you were to deliver your last 30-second speech to the world, your tribe, your corner of the world, your people, what would that last 30 seconds sound like? What words of wisdom would you impart?
The time for you to take ownership of you, to step into your power, to unleash your magic, to understand that every single thing that's happened to you in your life has been absolutely for a purpose, to gift yourself with love and compassion so that you can gift others with love and compassion. And without a doubt, everything that you are, everything that you've been, and everything that you will be is absolutely the perfect version of everything that you are. And I love you.
Beautifully said. Incredible way to end the interview. Carol, I've had so much fucking fun. This has been absolutely amazing, inspiring, thought-provoking, all the things. Thank you so much for taking and making the time, for showing up and shining as bright as you do. I have enjoyed every minute of this conversation. I am grateful to call you a friend, to have you as a member of the Empowerography community. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom and your insights. I appreciate you.
Absolutely, Brad. Thanks for having me. It was great. So good.
My honor and my pleasure. Once again, my name is Brad Walsh, host of your Empowerography podcast, a platform that was created to help elevate and amplify the voices of women through sharing their stories. Today, my guest has been Carol Elizabeth. She is an identity activator, transformational speaker, author, and coach who is on a mission to help women embrace their power and create lives that align with their highest potential. Thank you so much, Carol. Have a beautiful rest of your day.
Ciao, ciao.
Thank you very much for listening to this podcast. If you haven't yet, please be sure to subscribe, rate, review, and share with all your friends. You can find me at visuphoria.ca, follow me on Instagram at Empowerography Podcast, and on Facebook at Empowerography. Please join me next time for another inspirational story from yet another amazing woman.